Hi everybody, it's me again, Charles Norman from Sports Solutions LLC. We are the creators of AthleticSOS. AthleticSOS is a software technology that allows you, if you're a student athlete trying to get an athletic scholarship, based on your academic, your test scores, your GPA, the sports you play, and the level you can participate, and where you want to play in the country, we'll try to find you all of the options and opportunities you have to participate at the collegiate level in your sport. And so in this one, I like to come out here sometimes, and I just want to, these are things that are on my mind, or things that I've run into. And this one is about fathers. So Father's Day is on June 19th. It's a few weeks out. But in the business I'm in, for my career, I was in computers and systems. And there's a lot of guys there, right? So I've got a lot of friends from work and stuff in technology. And yes, there are women in technology. I understand, and I have friends there too. But also, when I started my business, it's athletics, right? The software we do is for athletics. So there's a lot of men involved in businesses that steer around athletics. Now, there's a lot of coaches and things and administrators that are around the athletic department. But for the businesses, most of them are guys that I'm dealing with, are guys, the people that I'm dealing with, a lot of them are guys. So we have these conversations is where I'm trying to get to. And I'm trying to make sure that I don't want any of the women to feel like I'm leaving them out. And so I'm going to do a video on Father's Day. That's going to be a challenge, but I want to do a challenge here for the fathers of high school athletes. And the reason I'm doing this is that I was having a conversation with some business. We were just doing a Zoom call, and we started talking about an event we were going to be at. And it is the Saturday before Father's Day, and we were all laughing about it because, it was kind of the sentiment of, Father's Day is just sort of it's a day we get celebrated, but it's kind of a weird thing. It's not like Mother's Day. It's Father's Day. And so no one was whining or crying about it, but there was this feeling of, I won't say, no one, not unappreciated. We know our families appreciate us and they love us and they want to do something. And so we were having a conversation. I was bringing it up to the guys. I go, a lot of the stuff we do to ourselves. Because my wife, when my kids were younger, used to always ask me, she goes, well, what do you want to do for Father's Day? I go, I don't care. We can do whatever you guys want to do. We don't make a big deal out of it because that's not who most of us are. And so even my kids would go, well, what do you want? And nobody knows what you want, because what do you really need? If you need something, you usually go out and just get it, right? And so your job as a father, as a husband, or whatever situation you're in, is to make sure they're okay. And we don't really open ourselves up to stuff for us. And we do the same thing for our birthdays and for Christmas. They kind of like, I don't think he needs anything. He doesn't really want anything. So we kind of do it to ourselves, but there's never a sense of being unappreciated. You recognize that your family loves you and they appreciate the things that you do for the family. I think it's almost closer to underappreciated. And so what I was telling them on the phone, and I was joking about it, and then I talked to my relatives, my male relatives, and I talked about it, and they thought it was a great idea. So here's the challenge that I want to throw out to all of the fathers, and I'm doing it a few weeks early because we want to get the word out on this. I want us, if you are a father and you happen to go out on Father's Day, or you're doing something at the house, a barbecue, everybody's coming over, families getting together. When you're on that day, I want us all to go. If we see a male with kids, it could be his grandkids. I don't even care about that. I want you to say Happy Father's Day to them. And here's the answer I want you to get back if someone says it to you. I want you to say, I appreciate it, or appreciate it. Just because what I'm trying to do is start a trend, and the only way we're going to know if we're on the same page if we use those words. Because normally you say, hey, thanks, something like that. But I want you to say, hey, appreciate that, or I appreciate it. Something, whatever makes you feel comfortable doing that. And so there's nothing, mushy or uncomfortable about it, but we kind of have sort of a wink and a nod. And the reason I think this is important for us as men is that what I want us to do is acknowledge each other just in the world in general. It's one of the interesting things, if you read the headlines and stuff, it feels like we're all separated. But we all appreciate people that are kind of doing things the right way. And if you are a father of a high school athlete and you're involved in what they're doing, you're probably doing things the right way overall as being a dad or a father, right? And so I want us to start acknowledging each other as men, because we get kind of, you don't want anything to, don't make a big deal out of stuff. I'm that same way, I just kind of go my own way. I do the things I want to do. But when I get around good people, and there's so many good people in this world, as far as men, and we just want to do what's best for our family and stuff like that, but we don't look out for each other enough. in that way. Yeah, we get sort of tribal. We have a set of people that we deal with a lot, you know, like I said, family members, friends, business associates, stuff like that. But would it hurt us to just see somebody, see a man, he's got his kids with him, or he just happens to be, you happen to be going to the store to pick up something, anything on Father's Day. And this is why I think this is a great way. And I want to spread this. You're just going to say, hey, happy Father's Day to you. And the answer will always be, hey, I appreciate that. And so let's see if we can spread this thing out. So it's just a little challenge. I'm just throwing it out there. We got a few weeks to spread the word on this and see if we can get it out there. I don't need credit for it. You guys can go make a video yourself or just tell your friends, hey, let's do this thing. Let's look out for each other. And all it is acknowledging, hey, I see you. I know what it takes to be a dad in this world. I know what it takes to kind of do this the right way and do the right thing. And I appreciate you. And I'm just acknowledging that, you know, hey, good job. That's all. That's a cool thing to do. And like I said, I don't think we're thinking we're unappreciated or not appreciated in any way. I think we feel a little bit underappreciated because of the way things are done. And we're more like, hey, if you really knew me, you wouldn't ask me what I want to do or what kind of gift I should get. Just pay attention to who I am as a person. Are you guys even paying attention to us? And don't do it in a way where it's got to be a big deal about it. But I think this is an easy way to do it without it being kind of weird. You know what I mean? So let's see if we can do it. And then on Father's Day, I'm going to put a really cool video on of the #1 question that I get asked by men every single time I go to any event, and and I get a lot of them in my on my LinkedIn page. This is the #1 question. I'm going to answer it, and that's going to be our challenge #2. So if you want to know about that, go ahead and subscribe to my channel now, because I'm going to start doing more of these. And moms, I'll do you guys. I did a Mother's Day one. But I'm going to talk a little bit more to you guys about some other things that you guys can do. But that'll have to be next year. We already passed Mother's Day for this year. And so this one just came to me just for some conversations I would have. Okay, so there you go. Just anybody you see, any male, if you think they are a father, and you know, just say Happy Father's Day to you. And if people are coming over to the house, even if they're your relative, just make sure for each one of them you say Happy Father's Day, and then that answer, appreciate it, or I appreciate that. So anyway, there we go. All right, guys, best of luck to you. Don't forget, down at the bottom for AthleticSOS, there is a code and there are instructions. You guys can use that, absolutely no cost. And then now I'm starting to add a video that shows you what AthleticSOS does. It's only a minute long. You need to pay attention. You guys should get this software no matter what else you're doing. It's not going to cost you anything. And so that helps us out a lot because we get more members, and then I'm getting more investment coming from that way. And I'm getting some people that want to sponsor us. And I need to hit certain numbers to get that, but I want to get this in the hands of everybody, and I don't want cost to be a factor for you not getting this software, because it will make a difference for your moving forward if you're trying to get an athletic scholarship. All right, guys, as always, best of luck to all of you and everything you do. Take care of yourselves, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.